let's go with aliens. Aliens. The theme is aliens. You can use whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. All right. But if you could include aliens in there in some way, at least we'll know you did do it now. Okay, here we go. What is this going to be? Now, I do have some ambitions for how this could turn out. Okay, I want to make a character. This is something I started working on a long last time ago. And that was like defending, being a character who is defending against an onslaught. And I just really didn't get to realize it like I wanted to. So let's see if we can make that happen now. So I'm going to make a puppet character for ourselves. Let's get a head. That's helpful. And we'll get a body. That helps too. We'll get a secondary body, a hips. Is that hips? I think hips is what that is. This is an awkward character. Good. I hope so. As far as legs go, let's make those. Zoop. I don't know that we really need them. Yep, that's overthinking it. So let's just, let's get a wheel and call it a day. Or a sphere. Look, it's wheel. It's the maid from the Jetsons. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, so there's our player character. Really solid. Totally believable. So if I wanted to defend against things, I probably need it to have a shield. I don't know why this is something that's interesting to me. I guess it's sort of like turning, like instead of being about attacking things, it's about just protecting yourself from things. I don't know. It's not, you know, a brilliantly original concept, but I think it has the potential to be interesting and thus perfect for sudden dev escape. Survive a dev. Okay. So this is a shield, and there we go. It's like Shovel Knight, but Shield Knight, right? Right, so there's our character. Now we need to make it into a puppet. So I'm going to grab the default puppet a little bit here. Hips don't lie. It is a hip alien. You're right. Thank you. Well, I mean, you didn't say that this is what a hip alien is, but I like to think it is. Puppet. So let's get a puppet, and let's just empty out that group, just like an imp tracker, as I always say. Every sudden dev, just like an imp tracker, just like a head tracker. If we get rid of this puppet, we now just have a group that we can work with. We do need to assign bones and things like that if it's really going to work. After all, the bones are their money, and so are the worms. So let's get that in here like that. Beautiful. The sphere has decided to not be a part of this anymore, which honestly hurts my feelings, but we'll get through it. Let's get this back on top. Looking good. Cool. Super plausible. I believe it. So now we need to get the bones in there. Like, this will pretty much work, like, as a moving thing, right? So I'm doing this. I'm in control. Super great. Some bones are going to help it do the rest of the things that make sense for it. So let's say that the hips that aren't lying are the hips. And for the legs, I mean, there's just the one thing down here. We don't really need to do all that extra stuff, truth be told. Yeah, we just don't need to. So I don't think I will. Can we do two things as a leg? Oh, we can. And are we still good? Does this still work? Oh my God, look at that procedural nightmare. Yeah. What if I make them non-collidable? See, now this is where we're starting to get distracted, but that's okay. That's all right, because I think once we start decreasing the time by 15 minutes every week, that's going to force me to think a little more critically about when I do things during the hour. Okay, so this is fine. I'm fine with this. Super great. Totally checks out. Now, we want to defend against things. I do want the shield to have some special properties. I want it to be able to protect us from things that are coming towards us. And what are those things? I don't know. I did want to move away from like games that are just like generating things and you're just like responding to it, but you know, it is what it is. Captain America! Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to make it an alien. Is Captain America an alien or is that Superman? I think it's both. We're going to say both because they're all freaks. So, So what are we saying? We are saying something something. Oh, a microchip. Don't say anything. So we get it. It's on the shield. It's the shield chip. So we wanted to defend against things. We wanted to have HP, hit points until it breaks. So let's just keep it a little simple here. I guess I'll do a counter. Counters are simple. I'm not a big fan of the health gadget, and a lot of that is ignorance because it scares me when I can just do it without it. So if I can do it without it, why am I going to use it? Okay, so let me know if you know why, because I literally don't know. Like, it's its own built-in variable system, and you can make it persistent on your own. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so we have a hit points. How many do we want? I've tended to find less is more when I do these jams. So let's say you have 4 hits on your shield before it breaks. Let's fill this up. So that's our full health. We're going to want to represent that health of the shield. I think I can think of a fun way to do that. If I can click on things, I am going to add a number displayer right on to the shield itself, and we're going to plug in the output number or the current count on the counter right into that there. Looks good. It's a 4. Where does it appear? Behind our timer. Let's get that out of the way. I would actually want that to be in the scene. In fact, I think this is a good sticker opportunity. Maybe, I don't know. It depends what we can see as the player. Like, can we see the back of the shield pretty well? If so, then that's, yeah, but then you're gonna like move around and stuff. Yeah, let's just, let's have it floating above. I think floating above makes the most sense. As fun as sticker mode is, I don't think it's the best way to do this here. Right on. So let's get it floating. Let's make sure it faces the camera. Always on top? Yeah, I guess. I want it to not be a terribly visible background, if at all particularly. Let's get it nice and round. By the way, we will check out everything you make, whatever you make during this time for this challenge. And look, I'm not gonna tell you it's garbage, because this, if I can tell you yours is garbage, then I have to say mine is garbage. But I don't think mine is garbage, so I won't think yours is garbage. I think it's all just a great learning experience. But it will be interesting to see what it is you learned if you're interested in sharing. Okay, so anyway, that's totally a distraction. So let's put this up. That is really great. It looks super useful, like information should. So if we move around, we should have that 4 right there. It's a little obvious in your face, but that's okay. It's a game jam. It doesn't have to be perfect. So there's that. I'm going to make it a little tinier. Okay. So there we go. That's telling us how much health we have on our shield. Let's also have health for our puppet itself. So I'm going to get another counter. I'm just going to clone this microchip. I'm just going to put it on our face. And this one is going to have, let's say we have 2, we have 2 HP. We're a little on the squishy side, and that's just okay. So how do we want to differentiate these? I guess we could have like a different color. Let's make sure we're doing our colorblind friendliness here since we can. Big shout out to RBD Jellyfish for implementing this feature into Dreams, so we can just make sure we understand. Now you can see that the background of the 2 versus the 4, we can still determine it as different than the 4. It's a little difficult, but as long as it's a perceptible difference, and even here in black and white, which almost nobody actually sees, other than dogs, apparently. You know, you can barely tell the difference. It's basically impossible. But nobody really has that vision, so we don't care about them. Sorry. It's so rare, guys. It's so rare. But it's useful. So there we go. We got the red. We got the orange. Super easy to understand. Now, we can't really use the shield. I also am going to increase the... I'm going to increase the height of the camera. It's looking a little low. It's looking a little on the low side. So where is that? That is going to be in the chip. I don't like any of this crap. Yep, I think it causes more problems than anything. So I'm just going to get rid of it all. I'm also going to get rid of the health on here. I'm going to get rid of getting outside of it. We'll keep some of the death stuff. And let's make it a force possession. Let's increase the height of that camera. So hopefully we can actually see things a little better. I think we can go higher than that because the ground isn't that important. If the ground isn't all the way visible, that's okay. It's not the main focus. Okay, this is good. I think a little distance would be nice. So let's see if we can't increase that distance a bit. We can see what we're doing. Looks pretty nice. I do want some control over the shield. So let's save it. Now, how is this an alien? Well, let's say that the aliens are the enemies. That's pretty standard fare. I'm going to put it in a scene so we can drop it into a dream, make a whole level out of it. What do words say that get communicated and things happen? I do have a... No, we don't use the keyboard. We like using the controller because we get to say we did it with the controller. And hey, look! Saved us some time. We didn't name it. That's actually a very good idea. So, moving on, we want to be able to control the shield a little bit. We still don't know what we're controlling it from, but that's okay. So how do we control the shield? Well, we need buttons. We need to have those buttons do things. Now, we do have this health counter. I'm bouncing all around here. That's true. I only have an hour. We are in the first 15 minutes still, which is good. I'm happy with the progress as only having been in the first 15 minutes. We're not going to have healing. That's too much. We don't need healing. Forget it. And actually, when we go look at Survive Escape and the demo that Ian St. Artist made for us to build on, you'll see why it's not really important to have things like healing if you die. Like, you can die and not be able to heal. I know, mind-blowing, but it's true. Okay, and it will be fine. The game will still be good. So, where's my brain? Where's my brain? Give me a drink. Oh yeah! Oh my gosh! Woo! Okay. So we've got, this is losing health. So I'm just going to give it a little skull because it's pain. We're not going to worry about healing. I don't know what that's for. I don't really care. We probably will need it for something. We want to be able to control. Let's go in the head, or the puppet logic, and we're going to get a button. What button? I don't know. How about, I mean, it would be nice if you could, like, you know, aim it. What feels right? Let me just get in there and see what feels right. I mean, definitely not the L stick. So we're going to say, I mean, the R stick is controlling us looking around, which is, you know, a bit annoying in some ways, right? Because if we'd have to put our own camera in there if we didn't want that to be the case, maybe. So it's just going to have to be okay. So let's use the R stick. I'm going to get the R stick. It'll be fine. I've never had a problem with it before, so why would it be now? Putting that in there, R stick, very good. It's fine. I'm gonna get a splitter for that. Why is that in a node? I don't know. We'll just put a little controller on here and we'll name it R. So just it has a little bit of extra information. So if we're moving it around, we want to be able to go up, down, left, and right. So I'm gonna get a mover. This is generally how I do this. I'm gonna put, let's get two movers even. Let's go to the head since that is snapped on to the puppet itself. Is there a theme this week? Hey, Rogi, yes indeed. Aliens. Aliens is the theme. If you enter now, consider it practice for next time. I mean, no. I mean, Rogi is so amazing at coming late and it making a great game in the end. And Rogi, I don't know if you missed this, but I plan on decreasing, starting in February, every week, 15 minutes from the jam until the next month. So first week, an hour jam. Second week, 45-minute jam. Third week, 30-minute. And the fourth week, 15 minutes. So Milo, indeed, it will be not only practice for next time, but specifically practice for the next time. Pierogi only has that much time. So, hey, you're doing a good job here. You're doing a good job here. Yes, Alien it is. Yeah, you do. You make it happen, Rogi. Okay, so we've got a mover that is on a chip that is attached to the puppet. Let's get two of them, one for up and down and one for left and right. I'm going to want to move the gizmo to go to those different positions, up, down, left, right. This one is already left, right, so let's make it up, down. I am going to rearrange it just a little bit. I'm going to just put UD, it's UD. It's good enough because it communicates it. And this will be LR, left, right. Excellent. Now, I'm going to want to take this directly, this X out of here, and we're going to put it right into not the up-down, but the left-right. And the Y we're going to put into the up-down. Now, that's going to be a pretty low number, so we'll have to sort that out. Now, this is on the head of the puppet, which I just realized is not what we want. So, yeah, let me scope in and put this shield chip a little deeper. And let's see if we can move it. No. We might need to make it movable, make it stronger. There's ill fate here, and I know that, but that's okay. Let's make it super strong, see what happens. Okay, now it's actually moving the puppet. Let's see, I think we're gonna need to hinge it. I think that's the only way this is gonna work. So I'm gonna get into the shield, get on the same level as our shield here. And let's get a block for it to be a parent or to be a child too. We want to get its parent block, so that way we can hook up a connector and it'll kind of move around there. I have no idea if this is going to work. And I'll be honest with you, I'm beginning to consider alternatives to this game idea because yeah, we can't be messing around too much. So this is the parent, right? Let me make sure it's like kind of centered-ish. Nice. Now that will make that object movable, which is good. But will it be movable by us? I actually have no idea if we are controlling that. Let's tell it to ignore gravity. That will probably help. So I'm going to make sure I get into the sculpt group, ignore the gravity. The first life form didn't have a parent. Wow. Now you're really taking a hard stand on the chicken or the egg debate there, which is bold. Am I controlling this? No, this is a bad idea. We have to do this differently. We're going to keyframe it. As much as I want to do this, I don't have the patience to faff around because I'm trying to get ready for decreasingly long jam lengths. Like, I ain't got time for faffing. So I'm going to do keyframes. We're going to change it up. So let's get a keyframe. Is this still movable? It is, but it doesn't seem to matter. Wow. Wow. What do you even do with that? I don't know, but we're keyframing it, so we don't need a parent. We don't need any of that. I see what you did there, Milo, because you're talking about aliens. You're keeping with the theme without even being in the jam. That's how you do it. Okay, so let's get some keyframes. I'm going to have one point the shield up high. So let's try to grab in the center. If we could be on a grid, a good big grid, that would be great. It's hard to tell, but hopefully that's good enough. That's not my favorite. Let's see if we can't adjust it a little bit. Forget the grid. We'll just go up like that. Well, you know what? I feel like that doesn't make sense, right? We kind of want it to go up like that to protect ourselves, not up in the way that it helps us, tilt it. I don't think tilting could be good for an advanced like deflecting projectiles, but we're not doing all that. So that one's up. We can tell because it has a U and it's also going to be at the top. This one will be left. Let's take that off. We just want this is definitely actually what we want. Huh. Okay. So then this is much better. This is going to work much better. We're going to come all the way over here. Why would you want to protect yourself that far out? I don't know. Let's get an up for the down. I don't know. And we'll come down here. Okay. So now we've got our directions. Now we just want to clarify how to control into these different directions. So I'm going to get some more splitters. I'm going to get 2 more splitters. Let's put this here, that there. We're going to plug up. We're actually going to first plug it into the X and Y splitter from the R stick. So we've got positive and negative. Now for the R stick, okay, that's nothing. Did we not? Oh, it's not remote control, so we do have to possess it, which is always annoying. I'm going to set it to remote control now. Pray I don't forget. Okay, so that is that splitter. We want to look at these. I always forget which one's positive and which one's negative. So up is negative, down is positive. You see how confusing that is? Oh, that's X and Y, just kidding. Up is positive, down is negative. So this one's up and down. So if up is positive, we're gonna wanna put that into here. We do not want this to be negative going into the keyframe. So I am going to multiply it by -1, which will invert that value into, or polarize it. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than it will be what I want, which is just getting that split value and using it in a way that is super useful. So there's up and down. Let's see if down is interested in working. ×1, that is moving. Wait, that one's not oh, it's not negative. We didn't need a multiplication, guys. It's already positive. Okay, great. So that was nothing we needed to do. Great, and you can see it is working quite well. Yay! Okay, great. I love being wrong when it makes everything easier. So let's say left is what? Left is positive. Okay. It kind of goes against what society tells you about the left-hand path now, doesn't it? Okay, so there's left, there's right, there's up, there's down. Now we've got our control over our shield. We're in remote control. We don't want that. Let's get back into possession. And so we can move around. Hey, this is nice. Okay, now there's a problem, right? We need the keyframes to be operating relative to the puppet position, which means we're going to need it to stay with the puppet. So I'm thinking we need to bring the connector back. Wow, what a fun situation. Okay, so let's put this here. Now, I'm sure we could solve this perfectly if we weren't doing the jam, but we are. So we're just going to have to hope that this works. I'm going to get a bolt this time. That's the wrong way around. Something like that. I have a feeling it's not going to work. First of all, we can't move our puppet, probably because, yeah, this isn't in the puppet. So that should happen. Let's get the connector off of there, put this in the actual puppet, get the connector back, and we should be at least less wrong. Okay, so yeah, so as I thought, now it doesn't move at all. Let me try the other connector. I am willing to have a keyframe that keeps it with the puppet, but this doesn't. Why is it not moving with the puppet? That's sort of my main question. Why is it not moving with the puppet? Let's get it to be, we could also teleport it or have it follow. Oh, that's the way to go. Get this crap out of here. You follow it. You follow it right now. So there's a follower. I'm going to put this on the shield chip, which is this one. We're going to need a tag so it knows what to follow. Dude, we still have to come up with enemy damage attack stuff. We still need to know what we're defending against. We have made a cool character, though, so there's that. This is going to be shield. We're just going to say Shire. That's the best I can do for myself right now. What's up, Vince Cully? Welcome. Thank you for coming through. Hope you're doing well. We're doing a 1-hour game jam. It's a lot. We do it every show before diving in to a survival escape. The prompt is aliens. Aliens is the prompt. So you make a game in 1 hour, do whatever you want, make it in dreams, let us check it out, and we will give it love and celebrate what you could do that maybe you thought you couldn't in 1 hour. We do this every week at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so I'm making a shield defense thing. This is a shield tag. That is not a good place for it. We should put it like actually facing where it will face. And maybe we'll move the little gizmo a little bit. And then let's have the follower look for our Shire tag. Where's that? Right here. Okay, so now it's staying with it, but do the keyframes still work? Oh yeah, they do. Now, you can see, you know, it's doing that. So we do have to deal with that. Let's make the, first of all, I do not want this to be collidable. Right? Whatever defense it's going to do is going to be trigger zone detected, not based on actual contact. So let's say this is also like that. Does that make it better? Does that make it better? Okay, so the follower does not continuously follow. Let's see if we can buff the follower attributes a little bit. So over here is the follower. Let's make it super strong. Very obnoxious. It looks like it is pushing me. So it's still colliding with me, which is pretty annoying. Don't do that. Okay, so a follower is not the way to go. Why? We have the tag. The tag is there. The follower is on the shield. Following, make it super fast. Bring down the strength a little bit, maybe. No minimum, maximum. I mean, it should be not much. Like, pretty much, can you just keep it there? Like, would be great. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so here's what we can do. I have a really silly way to deal with this, and it will work. Well, I'm going to try the keyframe thing before I do that. This is part of it. This is what I love about doing sudden dev, is I have to make these decisions, these procedural decisions, these decisions about my approach to doing it. I have to do that. I can't opt to do otherwise. That's not relative stick stuff. I can't do the most optimal method on purpose. I have to make concessions and sacrifices and compromises. And to me, that's the most valuable lesson for me so far from sudden dev, is learning to make compromises on the fly. Wow. Left, right, up, and down. Looks like we flipped up and down, so we're going to deal with that real quick while we're noticing it. To reset our scene so we can find this, I'm going to flip around the wires. I'm just going to put this in here arbitrarily while I grab this one, put that in there as well. Good, good, good. So now we'll go the right directions, which is wonderful. So I'm thinking we try a keyframe. And then that is going to nerf how strong the other keyframes are, so we will have to buff those strengths if this is going to work. The other alternative is just having it up here. So having a dummy shield there, and then when we start to move the R stick, the real one appears. That's probably what I'll do if this doesn't work. So this is fine. We're still in the first half hour, fixing a few problems. That's okay. That's part of it. Let's have this on already. Okay. And let's see how this goes. This is not bad at all. This is not bad at all. And as you can see, indeed, our shield is moving weaker. So we're going to want to buff how far that goes. This is great. This works. I love it. Would I prefer keyframes in a final version of the best game I ever planned to make? Hell no. But that's not what this is. This is just getting the best I can given the circumstances, and I think this is the right way to go. So it kind of looked like left and right was okay and wasn't really having a lot of problems. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Did we do something wrong? I don't think so. Yes, we did, because it looks wait. I'm confused. Just like, don't worry about it. Whatever you're confused about, it probably doesn't matter. Okay, so up, down, left, right. Nice. Great. This looks fantastic. We can move it higher or lower and protect ourselves. This is dope. Now, I will say right off the bat, I feel like the shield is bigger than us, and that doesn't make sense. Now, if I face this way, by the way, it doesn't make as much sense. So I kind of would prefer if we faced the same direction. Not exactly sure how I'm going to pull that off other than not using the default camera. I like using the default camera because it's less work. But being less work, well, it comes with a few costs, such as don't have as much control over what you can and can't do as a player. So let's adjust it a little bit then, and hope that this won't be that bad. So there's a camera now. So now it will go to that instead of the controller sensor camera. Yeah, it just makes more sense. Yeah, you gotta do this. So this is good. This is not bad at all. This is really good. This is very good. I think we should be flush, I think we should be, flat with the shield. Otherwise, I don't think it makes sense. So I'm going to actually put not the camera on the shield, but I am going to try to line it up a little better with that because I can't explain it, but it just makes more sense. It just feels correcter. So something like that. I feel a little taboo putting the character on the right side. I don't know. It's just sort of like, I feel like it's normal to put a character on the left side of the screen by default. Okay, cool, dope, awesome. So you can see where you are now. I think we need to make the puppet bigger. I think the player, like the area that you can be damaged has to be bigger. So I'm going to do that. So let's get into this. I'm going to increase all of this at the risk of everything, really. But that's okay. That's a little too big. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's see if this messed anything up too much. Not really. It makes a lot of sense. We should be bigger like this. Yes, much better. Now, we do not see the shield well, which isn't good. So we're going to use sticker mode for this. This is a very good use of sticker mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a text displayer on the shield, and this is going to help us see the shield through the player. I'm going to get a circle, which is an icon. I'm just going to make the icon itself. Could probably just make it into a circle. That would also work, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, this will be more fun. Yeah, because it'll be like a little wobbly. Like they put a little wobble on it. You know? Here. If you know, you know. Let's get that. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's like not a perfect circle. It's like a little wobbly. I like that. Let's put it in the scene and let's make it a sticker. So that way it is not floating above the shield, because that would be embarrassing. So we do want to kind of like fairly well, we're kind of down into mechanics now. We want to make sure this is at least a little bit decent. Right? Because if it's not representative of the shield, then the player is not going to be helped as much by it. You can see it doesn't line up perfectly, but better that it's too small than too big. If it's too big, the player will feel like they're being ripped off. If it's, you know, a little too small, then they just have to be better. Okay, so let's make sure it's always on top. Oh, wait, there is an always on top option? There has to be. What are you talking about? You can't put it always on top? What are you talking about, sticker mode? Wait. With sticker mode, you can't have it always on top? What's the point of sticker mode? That's silly. Alright, fine. We won't do that. No, I get why. I get why. Stupid, but I get it. No, it's not stupid. I get it. So, never mind on sticker mode. It will be floating above a little bit, and that has to be okay. I mean, first of all, it's freaking barely. All right, and if we're behind most of the time anyway, if not all the time, it actually doesn't matter. We can, in fact, put it inside of the shield. All right, this is fine. This is actually totally fine. Now, you can see it is not actually moving with the shield, so let's make sure we put it in the right place. Where is it, tell pray? Don't know. Is there a chip on the shield still? Oh, this isn't the shield chip. I see. This is the player chip. But I actually still don't know where our... Oh, it's on the shield! Maybe we need to put it, like, deeper. I don't know. Just put it on the chip. That should work, right? This is our shield chip. We're putting this on here if I can get it. Oh my! 26 minutes! Oh, dear. This is going to help me grab the thing, right? Text displayers. It's okay. We'll just, there it goes. It's pretty much, yeah, that's where I had it. No, you're close. It's fine. No, that's just a little, look, see, no problem. And now it will actually stay with it. Yes. Okay. So if anything, we should just maybe just get rid of the sculpt, right? And just have the text displayer be the shield. I think that makes the most sense. Otherwise, you're going to see that little rim, and it's not going to make sense. So, wonderful, super good, not a problem. Of course, we don't want that border there. That's no fun. Actually, I actually think I'll keep the sculpt. Yeah, I actually do. Because I want to make the shield text displayer a little less bold, so it looks like something that we're actually getting a sneak peek at, not is literally the shield. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there it kind of looks more like a fog of war-y shadow type of thing. That doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. Let's have it not be black. Black is beautiful, but I think in this case, something lighter will communicate that ghostiness. I think you're overthinking that, and that is irrelevant. That's my opinion, right? I mean, it's not bad, but it's just hard to see. But it does kind of give me that ghosting vibe. It should not be too hard to see. Now I'm definitely wishing I had just made it a circle and not the thing, but that's okay. All right, great. We can kind of see what we're blocking. It's a little hard to tell. I think I'm going to increase even our shield space, because while this may well, let's get remote control so we can appreciate this a little better. Hey, Halloween King, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you are doing great. Always a pleasure. Let's do remote control again so I can just see how far it is going. So it is like pretty well covering, but it doesn't look like it's covering, and maybe a little in the corner it might not be. So let's just increase this. Make sure we're on. Yep, we are. Let's get it way up. Down is just not as important, but whatever, we'll do it anyway. And then left and right, we're gonna do those as well. This one especially, we need some more room. Okay, right, less important, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, so now we have a little more space. I still feel like we're not quite reaching like that side of us, and it bothers me. It bothers me. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing it. Because even if technically it's blocking the player, if the player doesn't feel like it's protecting them, is it right? Okay, so let's push this way up. This is a lot, but that's okay. And let's push this way out. Is that better? All right, so now you can kind of see it's a little more actually covering us. Now we do have a little corner of our head sticking off there, but I think you can kind of deduce as a player that that isn't a problem. Okay, so since I'm in the way, let me come down here. Okay, then you can't really see the shield, can you? All right, fine, I won't get out of the way. I'll be in the way. Cool, so this is great. So let's save it. Now what we need to think about, let me do it semi-publicly for now, unlisted, just so I can update the title. What? Alien protection. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's say that you're protecting yourself from aliens and the shield is alien technology. Kinda, that's our lore. And the good thing about lore is it's a good way to have direction. So like, okay, I need to make a decision. I need to, you know, do this next part. How am I going to do it? Oh, well, we said it's an alien shield, so therefore, let's do this. That's the idea. We'll add it to a dream. Just give me a second. All right. We need a bigger map. If nothing else, I am finding us walking off the edge a lot, which is not that fun. So let's give ourselves a little more space. I'm going to get under the board here. Let's get a stretch tool and stretch it out. Stretch it out. I don't even want to focus on things like falling off. I don't want that to be a thing. I mean, it can be if you really, really want to die, but like, you know, you'll just respawn and everything's fine. The object is going to be to defend yourself. That's the main mechanic here. So that's what we're going to concern ourselves with. 20 minutes left, about 20 minutes left. Not bad. Not too bad. We're not doing too bad. Let's go over here. So we're just kind of, I don't know, at the other end. And we're going to need something to defend ourselves against. Oh gosh, what have I done? This is going to be so hard. Okay, so we need projectiles. We need something that's coming towards us rapidly, constantly, that we are defending ourselves from. What? Let's see. let's think of it like a batting cage, right? So we don't want to get too complicated with mechanics. So what is it? It's an alien. Let's make our alien. Our alien is going to be obviously curve tool. Like an alien is definitely the curve tool. And it can have a head. Heads are good. Yeah, that's freaky little alien. I hate it. It's actually a little upsetting how freaky this alien is. This isn't supposed to be a horror game. Okay, I guess it could be. It's just not my thing, you know? Alright, so let's do this. I did have a very fun horror game experience playing the Backrooms on Twitch. My last Twitch stream, it was a 32-hour stream that I did on Twitch. It was a subathon. It was super successful. Really thankful to everybody who came out. But I did cut out like hours and hours of footage from that stream. And I put it up on Twitch. So if you do want to go see how that all went, literally the scariest thing I've ever played. Okay, so there's a head. That is an alien. What more do we need? It's a floating alien larva. Like, what do you think it is? Like, get some paint. Don't even get paint. Yeah, don't even get paint. Get like a saucer. That's what aliens have, flying saucers. Let's put that here. Super realistic. Actually, let's get a cone. So it's like a floating area kind of situation. Aliens, that's our prompt. Aliens are our plomped, thanks to a reference that Milo made that I don't understand, but it doesn't really matter. It provided the prompt. So I just kind of want this to be like, hold on, let's clone this. Oh, okay. Let's bake this, right? Because I kind of want it to be like alien-y. Let's make it like red because it's bad. And we'll make it a little see-through. Okay. And then let's give it some chunkiness or something. Is that what that is? I don't know if that's what that is. We're going to want to animate it. We're just trying to create a vibe, which is important, I think. I don't think that's a waste of time, personally. So let's do something like this. Is this what something good looks like? I don't think so. It's just not, it's not very visible. Like, I don't see it. It doesn't look like, no, it doesn't look like anything. Yeah, I understand, but it doesn't look like something. So figure that out. That wasn't nice. Okay, so let's make this piecier, maybe. Oh, clones might help. Let's do some clones. Yeah, I mean, it's not alien-like. It's pretty silly. That's all right. Really, I really thought these animation things would like make something cool pretty easily, but I guess I was wrong about that. Yeah, just animate it. I don't know, just like make it look cool, like jet trail, something, some. All right, this is as cool as it's gonna look. I really was hoping for something a little cooler, but hey, that's not what we're here for. A little lore, a little move on with our life. Let's give it a little brightness. That's freaky. Like, why are you glowing, right? Where is that from? All right, so there's our enemy. Let's give it a green head. So our red-green colorblind folks can really be confused. No, this won't. Because really it's about tones as well, not just about the color itself. So if the tone is different enough from the red, then it'll be differentiatable. Okay, cool. So we have a floating Caterpie attacker. Makes sense. Makes sense. There's our enemy. Let's group it together, I guess. And I'm going to want it to move around, I guess. Not really. Like, I don't. Nope, no moving. Okay, see, I'm at the 15-minute mark, and my brain is starting to decrepitate. And not because we won't sort it out, but because, you know, I don't know how to explain it. But there's something that happens halfway or at this 15-minute point, and I'm just like, what are we doing? So we want to emit things. So let's get an emitter. Remember, baseball batting cage type of thing. We just want to be hitting balls that are just coming at us. Simple as that. So we need to emit something. I say it just emits littles of itself because it's an alien. It's weird. Actually, let's have it emit. Let's have it emit this weird thing that we made that we want to try to feel like isn't the worst thing. We could also remove the duplicates, and then that could be nice because it'll kind of look like a little pew, right? Cool. So this will be the projectile that's coming at us that we have to defend ourselves from. I'm going to attach this to that object, the emitter that is. So that should already just be outputting things, not at all like we want, but it is doing it. We wanted to have a little more gumption. I'm not sure why it isn't movable. I feel like it should just do that by default. Oh, because it's a painting. Okay, so fine, whatever. I'll get a block. Fine. I'll get a block and I will take the painting here somewhere. Well, it's gone now because it's being emitted. And I am going to make it physical and we're going to attach it to the block. You know what? Sometimes just got to go with the flow with it. There is the object we wanted to attach to. It's going to be weird. All right? Like, it's going to be weird. Like, just understand that. Let's make sure they're kind of at least together. Attach it again. There we go. And then if we hook it up to the emitter, I trust that it will be physical. Okay, not that physical. Not that physical. That's all right. Let's make sure the sculpture is movable. Okay, so it is not particularly attaching, so fine, forget it. Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. Look. Something I love about this is I am going to get to try different things in the moment that ultimately I will probably be like, that didn't work well. And maybe I'll make that mistake even again in another jam. But then when I am doing Survive Escape Dev or something else equally important, I will have these experiences under my belt and think, okay, this can be problematic. Probably don't use paint as projectiles. I forgot this time. I totally forgot this time. Next time, yeah, I don't think I'll forget. Don't do that. You were gonna wire it up. Don't do that because then you're gonna be emitting a ton of wires. No fun. We get it. It's from the alien. So I'm overthinking a lot here, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. You know, mistakes are to be made. That's my quote. If you do, mistakes are for making. Let's brighten it. That's kind of like a big difference, isn't it? Okay, great. Looks wonderful. So we're going to connect it to the emitter for really now, right? Maybe. Let's see. Clicky, clocky. Clack! Okay, so we do have projectiles, but we need them to be a little more interesting. So I'm going to put trigger zones on the sculpts, and we'll actually have a label that it's looking for, as I often do. Yes, very similar to the way I tend to do this. Hey, tried and true, man. You got to figure out. I got blah blah blah. All right. So let's put. What is it that I put? What is it that we put? Oh, crap. I forgot. Oh, trigger zone. It's that 15-minute effect. 11 minutes, though, to be clear, if you are participating. Let's keep it real. We could make this a cone. I find that only a little concerning, but we'll see. Maybe it's great. You know, this is not that bad. Shrink it down. Let's get onto a slightly different grid size. Wow, that's not that bad. I mean, it kind of fits. It fits very well. It could be perfecter, but, you know, we don't want to worry too much. But a little bit. We do want to worry a little bit. Okay, so I want this projectile to actually be non-collidable, so that way we know for sure that the trigger zone is going to hit what we need. So we want it to be looking for a label. There's actually going to be two different labels, so I'm going to have two different trigger zones. This is a bit obnoxious, you might say. Okay, don't care. So let's, you know, they're a little different placement wise. So let's make sure we move this down. Good. So we have two trigger zones. The one on bottom, let's say, is for the shield, and the one on top will be for the puppet. So it's going to detect, did I hit the puppet or the shield? And we want to know which one it hit first. So we're probably going to want an exclusive gate for that. We don't need an exclusive gate for that, but I think it'll be the easiest. So there's that. We need to set what it's looking for. Let's say that the top one, which is looking for the player, let's say that that one's looking for friend. Kind of makes sense. And then the lower one, let's say that it is looking for object. All right. Or better yet, object. Okay. So that's going to be looking for object. Now we have to come to our player character, and we need to set the shield to be an object. So I will go to the labels. We're going to call it an object. And then we're going to want to come to the puppet sculpt. I'm just going to get the puppet sculpts specifically. Everything but the shield, pretty much. And I am going to label these as friend. Okay. So let's make sure that the trigger zones are seeing what we want. We should see in the distance there, the body flash green when we click the puppet one. Okay. Oh, it is. It's just hard to see. Yep. Flashing green. And then we want the shield to flash green for the bottom one. Let's make sure that's working. Yep. And then let me just make sure these are surface snapped, because they are looking not surface snapped. Okay, very good. So this, we're going to want to emit with wires. I'm going to set that now. That always gets in my way when I don't do it right away. So we're going to want to say that if, so let's get another microchip out here. I'm going to get a nice big chunker. Welcome back, Dreamy. Hey, good to see you. Thank you for coming back. Much appreciation to you and so many others who have participated on the Discord, which is something that I have not been able to give love to until now. Yes, right after we do this jam, I am going to show you some stuff from the Discord, and hopefully we can get the Discord a little bit of life support. Okay, so good to see you, Dreamy. So I want to we want to keep track of what gets hit when. So let's get the signal from the puppet one. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we don't have enough time, right? Now, I usually do extensions, and I had said I didn't want to do an extension. So we're going to have to make some very serious choices here. Some very severe compromises. We have 7 minutes left, y'all. If you are participating along with us, we have 7 minutes. We will check out what you make if you share it with us. No judgments, only love. Okay, so let's get some exclusive gates, right? I'm going to make this one a body so we just know. Put that in here. We don't need to name them anything else because they're the only ones. We do want to something. Let's get, we want to say that if it's about whichever one it sees first. Where's the S? Give me some S. First. So here is the shield health, right? Or is this the player health? This is the shield. So let's pin that, please, before time just completely goes away. Thank y'all. We're going to say that if it hits the shield, we want it to decrease the count. All right, we're going to come to the player, which should have a similar chip set up right here. And we're going to have that decrease the count if this one goes off. Okay. So in theory, that should work. I don't know if it will. Let's find out. I'm going to make the shield one this color. We're going to do an edit mode test here. And this is the player one. Hopefully I'll be able to see those. Top into edit mode. Now this is going to be pretty weird. I think we need to attach it to the emitter. Okay, let's give it a little more speed. Oh my god, wow. So actually we didn't even need to go in edit mode. This is hard to control. Oh, this is unpleasant. Oh, I hate this. This is horrible. No one wants to do this. Oh my god. We are losing health, so that's good. I don't see the shield getting anything happening. So I think we have to let go of the shield stuff. Yeah, guys, this is it. This is game dev, all right? This is game dev. This is called cutting features. We have to cut the feature. So the shield, as wonderful of a starting point as it was, we ain't winning with that shield. So now we just have this character and we have stuff coming at it. I'm gonna take out the camera because it's just terrible. Nobody wants that. Wow. Okay, wow, right? That's a lot of wow happening right there. What? Why is that so horrible? Why would you do that? Ah, we're in remote control. Okay. Oh no, it's not better. What is that? What's happening? What is happening? Uh-oh. We ran into a buggy bug. We got a problem. We got a problem, guys. Okay, what the heck is all of that? So we are in possess mode. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is... Why are you so the way you are? What is this? What is this? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, fine. Leave the camera. Jesus. Oh, the pressure is on. Okay, all right. Just leave the camera. You know what? Leave the camera. Thanks, guys. Leave the camera. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened. Like, I actually don't even know what's happening. But this is gonna have to be the way it goes. It's horrible. It's horrible. Why? Why you do this? I don't know. All right, this is terrible, right? Maybe it's not. I'm so confused. What if we possess it and do this? I mean, that is a little better. It's barely better, but it's a little better. Dude, I can't believe this. I can't believe how badly this got messed up. Man, this, you know what? It happens. What? What is that? The camera is in the ball. Put the camera in the head. I wish that were true. I wish that was it. You might be right. Let me try. I don't really understand, but you're not supposed to do teamwork, but you know what? You're giving me something here. Oh my god, what is this camera doing? Luigi, where did this camera come from? Luigi's like, I don't know, but I saw it, and I just thought you might want to know about it. It was just like something I thought you wanted to hear. Dude, can you tell how freaking frustrated I was? Dreamy Luigi, oh my gosh, you're helping me, thank you. So, we are going to get rid of the shield. What the monkey face? Wow. I can't believe I cheated in sudden depth. You can't cheat. It's fine. There is no cheating. So, cool. So it's not aiming for me at all. Can we get it to aim in the time we have? Definitely not. Definitely not. But that's not going to stop me. So, let's try. I'm going to... The emitter is on there. So let's make sure we get the look at rotator onto this chip. We're going to say we want it to look for... possessed puppet. Let's see if it's actually like turning. It's turning. It's definitely turning. Whether it's doing a good job at turning in the right way, I don't know. Something's turning. Well, we need like a gyroscope. We need it to stay upright. Oh, there's way too much. So this is our game, guys. This is our game. All right. This is our game. That's it. That's sudden death, baby. It is what it is. It claims the best of us. Okay, so this is going to be listed. Let me call it it's hard to die. It's hard to die, actually. All right. It's hard to die. Sorry. Okay, let's say it's hard to die. You're welcome. All right. And that's time. Time. We're not starting. No, wrong countdown. Countdown lies. Okay. You're welcome. That's it. We don't get to put it in a dream. Nope. That's it. We are sticking to the most literal interpretation of the rules. If you're expecting an extension, I'm sorry. It ain't happening. No, you can have an extension and give it to me in a few minutes. But I wanted to hold myself to not extending. And wow. Here's the result, y'all. My 1 game in 1 hour. Yes, it is called It's Hard to Die, and you're welcome. So that thing is shooting you. You have to go out of your way to get in its way. It doesn't even want to hit you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is kind of funny. That is oddly not what we kind of set out to do. Because what we set out to do was have a character who is defending themselves from an attacker. And I mean, look, that is offense that is coming out. And it just so happens that we repel the offense as a shielder. I think this is a great success. And it is a success. I'm not actually disappointed in myself. I don't feel bad. I feel great. I mean, if you were there with me on that journey, you saw we learned some things. We experienced some things. We even had a little teamwork happen. And I'm glad I had the experience. Let's clarify what the heck is going on here. If you made one, if you did anything in this time that is related to the theme, that is trying to make a game in 1 hour, please let us know. I would love to check it out. And yeah, let's the projectiles will hurt you. Okay? They will. If you touch them. But they're shy. So you're welcome. Okay? That's my low effort release on Dreams today. But it's okay, because it wasn't low effort, was it? I learned a lot. But I am going to make it public for the sake of, you know, hey, I'm not ashamed. Not because I think I'm putting quality stuff into the Dreamiverse. So you're welcome. Great. Done game. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever you are. You're very kind. All right. So, Pierogi says, I made a game, but it is very hard. Okay, so that's exciting. If you made a hard game, that sounds like a fun game. Ooh, Rogi knows how to hype, man. I love that. What's up? We got Danny Kaka in the house. Welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Much love, much appreciation. Thank you for the wave. Wow, YouTube has some good emotes. School never gave you the time to finish your game on Roblox Studio. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I love that you started. Challenge accepted. What's the challenge? Oh, right. No, but it's tempting, right? Like you say it's hard. I'm like, wait, is it good? All right, so let's check out what Rogi made. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm nervous because what if I get addicted? What if I just want to play it forever and ever and ever and ever? Because I gotta win. We got a scoreboard. Yes, scoreboard. Rogi got the full package. Well done. Press X for carrot collection. On the scoreboard, we have Rogi gone with a 3. Let's see how that does. Carrots and comets. Press X to abduct carrots. Nice alien theme. I love it. All right. Here we are in the world of this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Ow. 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 Okay, thumbs up for one. This reminds me already of like an asteroid style game or something. Okay. So here we are. That's our alien. We're moving around. Now you said abduct. Press X to abduct. Ooh. Oh, cool. So wait, what do I abduct? We abduct carrots. So I have abducted 0. Okay, okay, all right. I see. So challenge here is dodging. So we have this game where we are an entity, a player, a character, and there are asteroids, there are weapons, enemy, comets. They're comets, which we must dodge. That is sort of the premise. And then we have the need to abduct carrots. Apparently I'm doing quite a good job here. I'm not sure what I abducted. So it seems like we need to spam X. That's the big secret here. Spam. This is a great game. Spam X and avoid asteroids. There's your game. No, I'm not. I'm sure the X spamming isn't necessarily. Oh, that is hard. Intentional, but it does give me a little something, a little interaction to do. That kind of distracts me while I'm trying to avoid things. I love how kind of hard to see the comets are. That really helps me like feel there's a challenge. I assume I have HP that I can't see. Or let's say 3, probably a 3. This is great. Wow. Wow. This is all game. This is all game. This is like all game. All right, no problem. I didn't make a game this time. I made what had the promise of being a game. But Rogi, this is actually very good. I mean, to me, I would describe it as spam X until it's like it's a survival game. You survive as long as you can, and instead of by keeping time, it's keeping how long was I able to spam X. But I love it. It's fantastic. Let's see what if the dev has some notes to add. I think I might have forgotten to make the trigger zone that abducts carrots into detecting the carrot tag, so it is actually comets. I just realized, yeah, but you made it. You made it, right? It's like, and you're not, and I know you're not minimizing it, but you know, I think that could be an easy way to interpret what you're saying as like, oh, it's just asteroids. Like, yeah, but I mean, it's awesome. Like it's a game. You made a game. And you did it in an hour, and you did marvelously. You did less than an hour even. Awesome work. I enjoy this. Okay, I want to challenge y'all to come get some high scores. Like, please come join me and get some high scores, because so Danny's got 60. Ah, I'm killing it. Yes, I'm number 1. 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 That's me. Let's go. Can you beat me? Let's high score war right now, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more rounds. Let's see if I can get some more points, and then we're gonna do survive escape. But dude, when Rogi told me this was hard, I think Danny felt it too. Like, wait, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be a lot of fun. You made something competitive. Making a hard game is actually a great starting point. I had never quite thought of it that way. Like, you know, like, oh, you have a game idea, you make the game idea, and then if it's too hard, you make it less hard. If it's not hard enough, you make it more hard. But, like, this is just hard. And guess what? It's fun. It's fun. It's a great baseline for a game. And you just taught me that. You just unwittingly taught me that. Okay, wow. Spamming X. So it looks like the hitbox is like the middle of the alien. Oh god, it's such a cute ow. I almost don't want to hurt the thing. I'm gonna try to get one more high score. Spam. X. It does not sound like I'm saying X. I apologize. X button. It's hard to say all those words. Okay, X button. We're not getting any points. We're not getting a single point. X button. It's hard because and I think Rogi, you have mentioned this before. Something that frustrates you with games is if the RNG is too aggressive, such that you can't. There's going to be situations where you literally can't get out of the way, and you've made that. Congratulations. But you know what? Yes! High score! Woo! But is it the highest score? That is what I must know. It is. It is! Thank you! Okay, so I do want to talk about a little bit about the game that you made here, besides just what we see. I mean, you managed to put together random in an RNG spawning situation, but it's very controlled, right? It's not like my cones shooting out who knows where. This is very controlled. It's in front of this 2D screen, and the objects are flying across in a very controlled way, and yet it still has that randomness. So it's like you controlled the randomness in a way that is, I would imagine, a little challenging, a little impressive. I mean, that's just me. The carrots, I love that. Dude, if it worked the way it was supposed to, this would be a low scoring game, which is fine. Which is fine. But I'm so impressed with how you have the carrots and the comets moving around. I love that they're 2D, right? Because surely you have like a block in there, some 3D element that's helping it move around more easily. It looks so good. It looks fairly polished. You know, sure, we have the default shaping of the Texas player, but it's got different colors. Very nice. So, you know, clearly you did this quickly. But that you did this quickly is super impressive. I love it. You did so well. And, yeah, this is a bug I've been getting in dreams. Anyone else? Where I play something and I can't press continue anymore. I can like it or unlike it. Alright? I can't pause it. When this bug happens, I can't press circle. I just have to restart. It's super weird. Awesome work. Dang, Rogie. Wow, what a cool entry. If we have any other entries, I'll be happy to check them out. Danny says, I'm getting score even with no carrots around. So it's survival. So it's a survival game. Hey. That means I don't have to spam X. That's kind of nice. But I think X helps. Thanks, Danny. Wow, I guess I am a Pog champ. You still got points if the hitbox of the carrot is abducted. Right. Yeah, probably something like that. It's remixable. I am interested! Oh, I was hoping you would say that. Y'all, we're going to take a look under the hood before we dive into that Survive Escape because, I mean, come on now. I'm very curious. Okay, so here's the scene. Let's check out how it was made. I'm going to hit up an edit mode experience to start with. I see emitters everywhere. Oh, interesting. So I'm always like sticking with less emitters and more emissions, but it looks like you have more emitters and then less emissions per emitter. Ow. That's a good idea. Ow. Oh, look. Oh, so you can see when I get near those. Oh, this is much easier. This is much easier. When I can, because you can see the hitbox. The hitbox is much more visible here. It's great. So you can see the tags. As I get close to the comment, you'll see the tag lights up or fills in the dark color. See? And that's getting hurt. As for the carrots, maybe we can puzzle out why they weren't working right. Okay, so that's that. And then what is actually moving around? Let's get the visibility here so we can see some more stuff that's happening potentially. Oh, they're emissions. So we have to actually find the initial one here. Oh, it's a sculpt! I kept thinking you were using like painting. Wow, you have a good art style. So it's just like a flat looking sculpt. Oh, that's a good idea. Wow. The carrot is a painting. Right? It is. Didn't matter. It doesn't matter. So wait, how did you emit it? How do you emit a painting and have it move? That was something I was not able to figure out. Maybe that's just a me problem. Everything is paintings? Okay, how do you move paintings? Because I don't know if you noticed, I don't know how to do that. Because I try to hook it up to emitters and they don't move. But you've got it moving. It just worked. Oh, okay, well it tends to be like that sometimes. There's one microchip that controls the movement, just a floating chip. Okay, wow, so I just had to try it. All right, fair enough, fair enough. This is not the chip. Look at that. Look at that beautiful sudden dev ass shit. Look at that. Just floating there. Oh, wow. And of course, Rogi with the modifiability. What's up, Masked Plays? Welcome. Very interesting. Wait, what is this? Wait, dude, you're blowing my mind. You are a genius. I need to study your work very carefully. Oh, look. Oh, wow. So this is when I move up, down, left, and right. You can see it corresponds. So I'm going just left and right, right? And you can tell because that top one is moving. If I'm up and down, oh, that's cool. I like that. So is that like keyframes? Yes. Oh, good idea. Timelines and keyframes. Very underrated. So you're using timers and you're filling them or decreasing them with speed depending on how much force is getting put on the L stick, whether it be the up or down, left or right values. And then that is getting is being keyframed onto these value sliders. Those values are getting put into a combiner for a transform. Oh, that's such a different way to approach the movement, and it works so well. It's so solid. It's the fastest way to make a boundary. What? Oh, see, and that was something I was so amazed by when I first played this, was like, how do you keep it under control? And there you go. Because since there is the timeline and the keyframes, I can't go too far down. I can't go too far over in other directions. It creates the screen. Oh, that's so great. I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, okay then. That is such a hot tip. Wow. Okay. So hopefully y'all can understand what's happening there, is that these keyframes are defining, just like we did with the shield, this is defining the range that the character can move in. So here, if I move this, you can see that's moving left and right. And that's as far as it can go, because it's almost like the timeline represents the boundary. Super great. Awesome work. So cool. So cool. X, Y, and Z. Awesome, awesome, awesome work. I mean, I would love to keep talking about it because this is a great study. This is a great study. Makes me excited for what we can do with Survive Escape with Sudden Dev moving forward.